All right, guys, so we're going to be doing steps 1 and 2 in this video of the Say Yes activity. And Say Yes activity is something that I learned from Brittany Brower, who's an awesome trainer out in Arizona. So if you're ever out in the Phoenix, Arizona area, look her up. And we have Ishka here. She's one of my dogs. She's my youngest dog and came to me with a whole slew of issues. And so I have not done this with her at all. And so I thought this would be an awesome thing to start with her. So step 1 is acknowledgement, meaning that I'm just going to kind of start walking backwards here a little bit. And when the dog looks in my general direction, I'm going to yes and give the dog some food. Maybe not that much food. Yes. I'll start walking backwards here. Yes. And if she starts just looking in my general direction, I'm going to yes and give her food. And we are in a pretty low distraction environment. We're out here in our training room. I think you can see there's one dog over here. She doesn't care about Rio. He's one of my other dogs. So pretty low distraction environment for this dog. Yes. So again, I'm just kind of walking backwards a bit, and as she looks at my area and at me, or I don't care where on me, I'm yesing her and giving her food. And she's working with some Origin kibble. We use it as treats around here. So she's not working for anything super high value. And in this kind of environment, if I had to do something super high value, I need to work on some other things with my dog. So, yes. So she has already moved into step 2 already without me even doing anything, which is eye contact. Step 2 is eye contact. And so what I'll do in step 2 is I'll stop walking. Yes. And I will face the dog. Yes. And I don't care about the sit right now. Yes. Yes. Let's go. And she's like, whoa, we'll do a little food chase play there. I actually have not done any food chase play with her before. So again, I'm going to come find a spot and I'm going to stand and I'm going to face her, my little spot. Yes. 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 Woohoo! We're going to take her over there. So she is, she says this is like the greatest game ever, right? And so what we'll do here is I'm going to just pick another spot. Yes. Yes. And I'm kind of doing a little bit fast chase game with her because I know she's going to be very animated for it. But if your dog wasn't super animated for it, you might just do like a step or 2 and then give them the food with it. If they weren't as into it, you might just go, oh, good. A step or 2 and give them the food. And then, of course, build from there, getting them more and more enthusiastic about chasing the food. The other thing to note here is I'm going to pick my spot again. I'm going to turn her. Yes. And, of course, my butt's facing the camera. So I'm going to walk here and see if we can't get it. So I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to face her. Yes. Yes. And again, right now I don't care about the sit. I just want the eye contact. So there she goes. She goes off sniffing. I'm going to just turn the face towards her. Yes. Yes. And what I'm actually doing with her, because she is so antsy to hear the yes and just jump into action, is I'm waiting until I get some nice, calmer sit behavior before I do the chase play with her. Because I know that she's just like itching to do that. And I don't want her to think that every time I say this that we're just going to run amok. Okay? So I'm going to just walk a little bit here. Kind of go back over here. And again, I'm doing a lot of this close to the camera. Yes. You can see she's like, oh, man, I'm gonna reward her over here, away from the pocket. Yes. Yes. And I don't care about the sit right now. Yes. Woo! And that's where I'm going to throw that in there when she kind of calms down. Like, oh, okay, so not being so crazed is going to get you to do that kind of fun thing I really like. And that's really hard for Ishka. Ishka is a very go, 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 drivey dog. She is half Basset Hound, half Shar-Pei, and her attitude is all Shar-Pei. She is high drive, want to do stuff dog. So she's a fun thing. So, kind of review over it, and then first step one, I love that. Step one is acknowledgement. We're just going to kind of start walking backwards away from our dog, and that's going to allow it kind of draw our dog in. Yes. And as our dog starts to look at us, anywhere on us, let's start going backwards here again. Anywhere, yes. Anywhere on us, we're going to say yes. Oops. And if you know, I'm actually really meaning to hand the food, like I dropped it by accident there, yes. I want to be handing the food to the dog a lot in this activity, not yes and tossing it on the floor. Yes. So as the dog gets really good at kind of looking at you, they're probably going to start they'll just start offering eye contact. Or if you've already worked on offering eye contact as part of your 6 things to reward, like spontaneous, the dog comes up and gives you eye contact, press it, it's very likely your dog's going to start doing that here, which is one thing that she's doing. I've done a lot of just spontaneously rewarding eye contact with her. So as I go to move into step 2, I'm going to stop moving and I'm going to plant myself. Yes. And again, I don't care about the sit right now. Yes. Woo! And when I get some nice calm behavior, I'll throw in that little excited little twist for her, a little food chase. So she can be sitting, standing. Yes. And also notice, guys, I'm not looking for a lot of duration. So she moves, I'm going to turn and face her. Yes. Woohoo! So I'm not looking for a lot of duration. I'm only looking for 1 to 2, maybe 3 seconds tops. I'm trying to reward pretty quickly because it isn't about how long she can look at me right now. It's about getting her to look at me. Yes. Yes. Woo! She's starting to figure out how to kind of keep still a bit, which will help us in our later steps. So again, this was step 1 and step 2.